Look at the length of this. Hold on. Nope, the Scalextric Fab 1 still holds the record. A warm welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is the Carrera Ferrari 512 BBLM number 71. The one that took part in the 1982 Le Mans 24-hour race. Now, naturally, as a collector, this pleases me greatly because it's got that official Ferrari sleeve over your standard Carrera case. Mind you, there's nothing standard about Carrera cases. They're still the best in the game when it comes to presenting a slot car. Very nice. Now, as with most Carrera cars, this comes in the analog evolution version and the digital one. What a beautiful car this is. I must admit, when I first saw this car, and I'm not talking about the slot car version, I'm talking about the real one, a few years ago I might have stumbled across an image of it. I wouldn't have thought that it was a Ferrari. Little did I know. What a beautiful beast this is. This baby showed itself at the 1982, as I mentioned before, Le Mans 24-hour race. This was one of the fastest sports cars at the time. Now, I'm the sort of slot car enthusiast that doesn't buy a car because I want to know how fast it goes or it's all down to its performance. I buy them on looks, okay? And of course I like to see how fast they go on my track and how well they drift and skid. But most of my decision making is based on looks, and guess what sold it for me on this baby? Would you look at the engine detail on this? Carrera did very well here. You may have recalled in my previous video I mentioned that that car had the best engine detail on any slot car in my collection. Well, this one just about beats it. However, technically, one of my Batmobiles is number one, but it's in a different category. I don't put it in the same category as this because with these cars, they're real cars in the real world. The Batmobile is a bit of a fantasy car. However, I am a Batmaniac, and in my mind, Batman and the Batmobile is real. And you know what? We might as well stick at the rear of this beautiful beast. Would you look at the rear end on that? I am absolutely loving the almost simplicity of it, but it looks so elegant. Loving the Pioneer branding on the back there. That again takes me way back to my childhood. It has been executed excellently by Carrera. Loving that black background that it has there, but it's those rear lights that I love the most. Look, you've got that little one in the center there. I don't think we're going to be lucky enough for that to also light up, but I know for sure the left and the right red ones will light up. Looks awesome. Loving the quad exhaust pipes there too, and of course you've got the Ferrari branding there. So let's have a look at that awesome rear wing. Loving the two-tone you've got going on here with the silver on the top and on the side, the same colour as the rest of the car. I'm just going to go for the colour blue. It's probably some other technical name. But anyway, loving that Pioneer logo there with the Omega sign and tuning fork in the centre. And then we have this huge bold Pioneer over the rear wheel arch, and pretty much everything I'm showing you here is replicated on the other side. Let's have a look inside where the driver is. Nice silver helmet there, bit of a slight overspray onto the visor, but it still looks decent. You've just got arms and an upper chest for the driver on this one, but inside the vehicle itself, pretty decent. Look at the equipment you've got in there, including that extinguisher, and of course, if you look carefully, you can still see parts of the engine from this angle. Awesome. And of course, you've got other bits of livery around this vehicle. Absolutely stunning. I love this. And you've got your driver's names there. Let's have a look at the front. Awesome detailing on the hood right there. You've got the Pioneer sun visor there, and you know I've got a thing for windscreen wipers on slot cars. This one looks decent. I'm loving the two-pronged approach that they've got on this, making it look as realistic as possible. And then we get to the front of this prancing horse, and I must say, the headlights look epic. The front of this, again, it's got that sort of simplicity, this sort of elegance about it. But those lights with the reflectors around it, I've got a feeling the headlights on this are going to be awesome. Let's have a quick look on this side, because why not? It's a gorgeous car. As I said, everything is pretty much replicated on this side externally. Right, quick look underneath. Absolutely loving that they've continued the exhaust pipes all the way back there. Very nice. As usual, you've got your magnet there, your inline motor, your polarity switch, your huge Carrera blade, and the braids. Let's take it up to the mechanic's garage. Oh, and by the way, that chassis could easily be used for a Batmobile. Wow, almost completely filling up the mechanic's garage. Now again, still not quite as big as the Fab one, but one of the biggest Carrera cars in terms of length that I have in my collection. Well, it looks that way, probably because it's so low profile. But anyway, let's have a look under the hood, even though the engine's at the back. You know what I mean. And here we are, pretty standard, but a good standard. I love that when I open it up, you can choose. I mean, you saw it underneath, but you really do appreciate the thickness of these tyres. And I'm loving these proper headlights it's got there. I've got a feeling that's going to be super bright when I get it on my track, in the dark especially. Oh, and just in case you are interested, that's the shell. Looks huge. And let me just see there. Yeah. So you see those there, they're not really reflectors as such, but you can see it's decent little light housing. And I do think they're going to play a part in making the headlights look really bright.